In the beginning of the story, we are introduced to a man named Milo Stanfield who has autism spectrum disorder, ASD. Milo is standing on a street in New Jersey, watching a woman at a nearby flower shop. While doing so, he is also engaged in complex calculations, trying to determine the timing of various events happening around him. Milo takes note of a passenger bus approaching, a pothole in the road, a street artist, and a cyclist speeding by. Based on his observations, he crosses the street and strategically places a pen on top of a mailbox next to the pothole. Shortly after, his planned sequence of events unfolds. A taxi drives over the pothole, causing water to splash onto the pen and make it fall to the ground. This catches the attention of the street artist, who walks over to pick up the pen. At the same time, the speeding cyclist collides with the artist, causing the cyclist to hit the mailbox and fall onto a nearby fruit stand. The street becomes chaotic, distracting everyone, including the bus driver. As a result, the bus driver fails to notice the red traffic light and hits the woman who was crossing the road, instantly killing her. After verifying that his plan was successful, Milo exits the scene. The scene changes to Olivia Dunham, an FBI special agent working for the Fringe Division of Homeland Security, who specializes in supernatural occurrences. Olivia appears to be returning to work after a long absence due to her head injury. When she arrives at Fringe headquarters, she is greeted by Charlie, her fellow officer and team supervisor. Meanwhile, Walter Nate Bishop, the head of the agency, is discussing Olivia's return with lab assistant Philip Broyles. Philip raises concerns about integrating an imposter into their team, revealing that Olivia is not the real one but an imposter brought in to replace the original. Walter Nate explains that Foxlivia is the only one capable of traveling between universes without harm and that he wants to study her to understand how she does it. He adds that making her believe she belongs in this universe is crucial, and if her new identity doesn't hold up, she will no longer be needed. Later, Charlie gives the team a briefing on an apparently random bus accident that he claims has occurred twice this week, resulting in the death of the victim each time. He urges his crew to exercise caution before conducting their investigation at the site. Shortly after, the FBI team arrives at the accident location and splits up to search for any possible leads or clues. Leading the investigation is another FBI agent named Lincoln Lee, whose face is visibly scarred from burns. Charlie examines the body and uses the deceased woman's fingerprint to gather more information about her. Eventually, she discovers that the woman's name is Julian Foster. Meanwhile, Olivia interviews the bus driver, who is shaken by the incident as he had never previously hit any birds or animals. At the same time, Agent Lee tests for any environmental factors but finds nothing significant. However, he does discover the same ballpoint pen at the scene. After questioning the eyewitnesses, Olivia approaches Agent Lee and informs him that a local artist had bent down to pick up the pen, causing a collision with a bicyclist and resulting in a fall into a fruit stand. Upon hearing this, Agent Lee speculates that the pen is the primary factor that set off a series of events, ultimately leading to the victim's death. At the Fringe headquarters, Agent Lee and Charlie are investigating the recent bus accidents that have occurred in a span of 2 days. They notice a common object in the photos of the accidents, a ballpoint pen, which leads them to believe that someone is behind the incidents. They consult with Astrid, a mathematician at the Fringe agency, who expresses skepticism about the possibility of a human being able to orchestrate such a complex chain of events. However, just as they are discussing, another bus accident occurs, leaving Astrid shocked. The FBI agents rush to the scene and find that the victims are still alive. While questioning the bystanders, they learn that a dog suddenly crossed the road, causing the bus to lose control. Olivia, who is also present at the scene, notices a similar ballpoint pen rolling on the ground, leading her to suspect that the chain of events is not over yet. She looks around and spots a suspicious man, Milo, standing on an overhead bridge. Moments later, a man wearing earbuds walks into the street and is hit by an oncoming ambulance. Confirmed about her suspicion, Olivia alerts her team and races towards Milo. Seeing this, Milo quickly calculates another series of events and throws a bicycle off the bridge, causing a bus to change its path and drive under the overhead bridge. Olivia holds Milo at gunpoint, demanding him to surrender, but he jumps off the bridge and lands on the bus's roof, escaping capture. Milo comes back home after the incident and finds his sister, Madeline, concerned about him. She informs him that the hospital has been calling her multiple times, but he ignores her. She tries to persuade him to surrender, stating that he has gone too far. However, Milo predicts her actions and finishes her sentences, effectively silencing her. Shortly after, Madeline shows him a small plastic horse toy, a reminder from their mother. This makes him uneasy, and he walks away, claiming that it is irrelevant now. Meanwhile, Agent Lee goes to the hospital for his routine skin checkup. Before entering the burn chamber, he asks Olivia to concentrate on finding similarities among the 3 victims. Following his instructions, Olivia returns to headquarters and begins interviewing the witnesses of the accidents. After a thorough investigation, she discovers connections between the 3 victims and a medical center. All 3 of them were directly or indirectly associated with this center. Olivia shares her findings with Charlie, and they immediately head to this particular medical center. Upon arrival, Olivia notices that one group of patients is using the same ballpoint pens, as they struggle with digital devices. Later, they meet Dr. Levin, the head doctor, who recognizes all 3 victims from the bus accidents. After providing them with some details about the victims, Dr. Levin explains that they have been conducting experimental procedures to enhance the intelligence of mentally challenged patients. He also presents them with video footage of their patients, in which Olivia notices Milo. When Dr. Levin explains that he is another patient who participated in the same drug trial that significantly increased his IQ. Dr. Levin further reveals that Milo was discharged from the hospital under his sister's supervision and was supposed to return to reverse the effects of the experimental process. However, Milo is now unresponsive to their attempts to contact him and is causing harm to anyone who tries to control him. Upon discovering Milo's sister, the FBI agents decide to visit her. Unbeknownst to them, Milo is closely observing Olivia, carefully noting her movements and predicting her next actions. Later, Charlie and Olivia arrive at Milo's residence, where they are greeted by Madeline. They inquire about Milo's whereabouts, but she claims to be unaware. Suspecting that she is withholding information, the agents inform her about the crimes Milo has committed and the danger of allowing him to remain at large. While Charlie investigates Milo's room, Olivia shares stories about her deceased sister, emphasizing the strong bond they had. This reassures Madeline enough to divulge more information about her brother. She explains that Milo possesses the ability to foresee the outcome of various events in meticulous detail and that she can only disrupt his concentration by showing him the toy horse. After much persuasion, Olivia convinces Madeline to disclose Milo's whereabouts. Concerned Milo's safety, Olivia emphasizes the importance of the information. Reluctantly, Madeline hands Olivia a note containing the location of the hotel where Milo is currently staying. Olivia and Charlie then discuss their plans with Astrid on how to capture Milo. However, they soon realize that all their plans would be futile as Milo is able to predict their every move. Deciding to take a different approach, Olivia and Charlie choose to directly confront Milo at the hotel without any backup. Meanwhile, Milo is in his hotel room, looking out of the window and envisioning the upcoming scenarios. Using his ability, he predicts that Olivia and Charlie will arrive soon and will chase him. Milo calculates that he can kill Olivia by leading her into a marked zone at a construction site where the air is thin, intending to crush her under a load of cement bricks. As predicted, Olivia and Charlie arrive at the hotel and find Milo waiting for them in the street. Milo then flees towards the construction site, with the agents in pursuit. Unaware of the warning signs for the thin air zone, Olivia races through it without stopping to put on a respirator. This unforeseen action disrupts Milo's calculations. Additionally, Olivia manages to dodge a pile of cement bricks that Milo assumed would crush her. Shocked by his miscalculation, Milo is ultimately caught by Olivia. At this moment, Olivia almost suffocates due to a lack of oxygen. Fortunately, Charlie arrives just by providing a device for breathing. After these events, Charlie questions Olivia about why she didn't put on a respirator, and she explains that she didn't notice the warning sign. Later, Olivia takes Madeline to the hospital where Milo is seen interacting with an advanced computer. The doctor explains that the drug enhancing Milo's IQ has been in his brain for too long, making it impossible to reverse the effects. Milo's mind has become so advanced that only machines can understand his thoughts. Upset by this news, Madeline goes into the room and leaves a toy horse for her brother. That evening, Olivia is at home when she has a vision of Peter, her boyfriend from a different universe. He informs her that she doesn't belong to this universe and supports his claim by reminding her how her lack of knowledge about this universe saved her life earlier. Peter encourages Olivia to try remembering all of her memories and kisses her before disappearing. Please like and subscribe for more video like this. Thanks for watching.